Hi, my name is Ben Jans, although on Furcadia most of you probably know me as Gar, and this is what Furcadia means to me. I originally found Furcadia when I was searching for graphical chat rooms back in 1996, and I came across this one called Furcadia, and it looked rather unique. It had talking animals and a friendly environment, and it had this promise of an RPG and stats and slaying monsters, going on quests, etc. And I downloaded it, and when I got into the game, it was a little bit different. For one thing, it was rather empty. There was hardly anyone to talk to, but I stuck it out for a while and found out that there was actually a very small but growing community there. And over the next few weeks, months, and years, I very quickly came to call Furcadia home. I made all sorts of friends, some of which I have still to this day, and uh, very quickly came to know the owner of the game, Faloran, and he seemed like a nice enough guy. And as I made more and more friends there, I realized that, while I had my social life offline, I was developing this online social life, which at that point in time was something very kind of strange and not very normal. But, at high school, I would tell my friends, hey, there's this cool Furcadia game you should try. And a lot of them did. And well, none of them stuck it out quite as long. I really came to realize that Furcadia was my second home, my digital home, if you will. And it taught me a lot of things. It taught me, about environments and level construction and the Dragon Speak language, which is one of the most awesome things in the entire world. Taught me, which later became a love of programming, cause and effects and if statements and complex logic, which has served me well to this day. And that and my love of video games kind of decided for me, what do I want to do with my life? And I realized that I want to be in games. These things are way too magical. They fill up our lives with enchantment and wonder and things that can't exist in the real world, and I want to make those. So after high school, I did a summer or one semester of programming before I realized that while I was pretty good at it, that wasn't quite for me. So I got a degree in 3D animation, and then shortly thereafter, I was all the way through college, I was a member of the Beacon program, and after college, got in contact with Furcadia, and they're like, "Well, you're an artist, and we'd like to expand our avatar stable and put out more avatars for Furcadia." So I was like, "Great, need my help?" And they were like, "Yes, do you want to come to Texas?" And I was like, "I think I could do that." So I moved from Canada, which is where I was born, down to Texas in the U.S. and started working for Furcadia. I did that for about 8.5 years, and over that time, I think I made literally thousands of friends, mentoring some of them through the Beacon program, the Masons specifically, hundreds and hundreds more who were just acquaintances, friends, and yeah, some of the nicest people I've ever met from all over the world. And to me, it's like, you meet so many people every day, but they're just people. And these people, online just gets you past the approach. And it's just, hi, I'm this person. Here's all about me. Want to be friends? And Furcadia is so magical for that because there is no skin tone. There is no, race, no creed, no language barrier. It's just, I approach you, we communicate, we connect. And to me, that's part of what Furcadia is. It brings us all together online, and it's a magical place, and it's a unique place. And, you know, in video games, it taught me so much. Since then, unfortunately, Furcadia hit some hard times in 2008, along with a lot of the world, and I had to move on, very sadly. But I moved on to being a game designer, a dream job, if you will, for so many. But I'm now doing that professionally, using things I learned in Furcadia. So many things, social games and microtransactions and digital items that, now are the new fads and, the hot buzzwords. Well, I was doing that stuff in Furcadia, a decade ago, and that's served me so well. I have a network of contacts all over the world. I can say, hey, yeah, I know artists in Europe, or I know a programmer in Japan, or, oh, hey, you're looking for people in this area. I know someone. and I met all them through Furcadia. And to me, Furcadia is the social game. There are a lot of social places on the internet. There are a lot of games on the internet. There are these things that they call social games right now. They're games, definitely, but sending gifts back and forth to your friends is not quite social contact. Furcadia has social contact. It has a community that's still tens of thousands strong, still dedicated to creation and betterment of each other, building each other up and celebrating the good that's in all of us. And Furcadia brings that out. It's a safe haven for all of us who are a little bit odd in one way or another. Or you're just not good at making friends. Or you're deaf. And, it's really hard to communicate. But online, you're none of that. You're a Furcadian. You're whatever ears and tail you decide to put on, or you're a human if that's your choice. But it's about who you want to be, amplified by who you actually are, rather than having to put up with every weakness that life has given you. You just are. And that is Furcadia. Furcadia is the best of us all together. No matter where you are, you can just come to Furcadia and it's home. Thanks. I'm Gar.